This video is made possible by Film Convert, a plugin that enables you to add film color and grain to your video in just a few clicks. You can get 10% off Film Convert using my link and code in the description box below. Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the Premiere Gal YouTube channel, where I make weekly video production and editing tips to help you become a better video creator. Don't forget to check out my current giveaway for a chance to win video software and gear for free. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to create a cool winter effect I saw on TV by Visit Park City, Utah just a few weeks ago. So here is a clip of the ad, and you can see that it features a variety of people in slow motion in like their snowboarding gear, and within that video, there's videos of ski slopes and cozy winter settings. It's pretty cool. So basically, it's just a video within a video, and there's also an added overlay of snow effects. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do this in Premiere Pro, and you can definitely apply it to other occasions, not just winter. Alright, so be sure to download the clips in my description box below to follow along, and I've included some free alternatives as well. So inside my Premiere Pro timeline, I have this green screen shot of a woman holding skis from Pond 5. Now the first step here is to scale up the video so she's bigger in frame. So go to the effects controls and let's scale it up to about, let's say, 220, and also move it down slightly so it's better in frame. Next, I'd also like to make the clip slow motion. Why? We want to try and minimize the movement of the woman because in a few moments we will be creating opacity masks and tracking them. So the more slow and less rapid the movements are, the better. So let's select R on your keyboard to enable the rate stretch tool and select the end of the clip and drag it out to slow it down. Let's slow it down to about 50% of the original speed. Now let's use the blade tool to cut it down just to 4 seconds. And next, let's remove the green background. Let's search for the Ultra Key effect and drop it on the clip. Then use the dropper tool to select the green from the background to remove it. Now let's change the output to alpha mode so we can clean this up a bit. I explain more about the Ultra Key effect in my latest silhouette tutorial, so you should definitely watch that to learn more about this effect. By the way, you don't need to use a green screen clip to do this effect. If you already shoot your subject with a white backdrop, even better. Now we want to get rid of the fuzzy gray area here as much as we can until we achieve almost pure black in the background. So let's increase the pedestal to 100. And let's bring up the shadow to 51. Now let's change it back to composite output and see how it looks. I can see here that there's still a slight green outline, so let's clean up here a bit. Let's choke it to about 10, and let's soften the edges to about 5. Now it's looking good. Now let's add in the white backdrop. Go to New Item and select New Color Matte. I'll choose not pure white, but like a white light gray color. Then let's move the video up to video layer 2, and let's take our new color matte and drop it beneath that video layer on video layer 1, and now we have a white backdrop. So let's add in 2 other videos on top of this. Let's add the ski lift footage here onto video layer 3, and let's add the snow falling clip on video layer 4. Now let's right click on these clips here and scale it to frame size so they fit in the 4K resolution frame. And next, with the snow clip selected on video layer 4, let's change the opacity blend mode to screen to get rid of all the black, so all we see is snow now. This is great, but now we have to put the ski lift footage inside of the outline of our subject here. So how do we do this? Well, first, let's select the ski lift footage from video layer 3, and let's reduce the opacity to 0. So now all we see is the snow falling and the woman skier again. So with the ski footage selected from video layer 3, in the effects controls, we're going to use the pen tool here to draw a mask around the shape of our subject here. So I'd recommend zooming in to about 100% here in the program panel, and then press H to go to the hand tool to reposition the subject in frame so you can see it better. And then you can hit P for pen to begin drawing the mask shape. So click to make your first point of your mask, and then you can click again and hold to make a curved path. Then you can switch back to the hand tool, pressing H, move it again, and then hit the P tool to then create your next point, and so on. So you're going to be using the H and P keys a lot while you make mask in Premiere Pro. Also, I'm not drawing directly on the edge of her outline here because I want to leave a little bit of space for feathering of the mask, which I'll show you once I'm done drawing this. All right, so I'm just going to fast forward here until I draw the rest of this mask. Now that we're done, let's zoom out here and let's bring the opacity of the ski lift back up to 45%. And now you can see that the video is within our subject. And let's also increase the feathering to about 50%. Now it's looking pretty good, but if we play back on the timeline, you'll see that the mask that we just created does not move with the movement of our subject. So what we have to do is track the mask path here. And let's hit the stopwatch next to mask path to enable tracking of keyframes. Then hit the track forward by 1 frame button, and as you click and continue to click, you start to see that part of the mask is not tracking perfectly with the movement of the subject. So what you have to do is actually go in manually and adjust the mask path just by clicking on the points and moving them until it's better aligned with the subject. And depending on the complexity of the shot and the length of the shot, this can take just a few minutes or much longer. So once you're done adjusting the mask frame by frame for the duration of the shot, you'll get a resulting video image that looks like this. But as you play it back, you can see that the tracking of the inside mask is pretty wobbly and not perfect. So let's fix that by increasing the feather to 200. And so you can see as it plays back, it stays within the subject, it looks good, but let's add a final lighting touch to make it appear more blended. From the effects panel, search for lighting effects, and then drag and drop it onto the subject clip on video layer 2. Now under effects controls, let's change the ambient light color to a darker blue to give it more of a nice blended feel, and let's reduce the intensity down a bit as well. Now if I turn the lighting effect on and off, you can see the difference. You can also add a drop shadow effect to the image of the woman to give it some more depth, and it just makes it pop a little bit more. So now we have a pretty cool effect of a video within a video and some snow on top. It's a pretty simple way to grab attention and impress your client. And the best part is there's no plugins needed. So that's all for this week. If this video helped you out, be sure to hit the like button, share it with a friend, and head over to patreon.com/premieregal to help me continue making tutorials just like this. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can learn new video tricks to help you create better videos every week. Stay creative, everybody, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!